Hello, my dear child. Let's now continue after understanding what Johann Wolfgang Daubeney did with the Daubeney's law of triads. Well, after him, there was a scientist in 1866, namely John Newlands, an English scientist who rectified all the limitations that we saw in Daubeney's law of triads. Well, what did he do to rectify them? Well, it was very simple. He just took a table, and in that table, he measured the atomic masses of the elements and placed them in the increasing order of their atomic masses, but under a special circumstance. And that arrangement of the increasing order of the atomic mass of the elements was in the form of musical notes. Yes. So if we try to talk about the musical notes, namely it was sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa. So now just carefully look at this. First count how many notes are there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes. Carefully look at the first and the 8th note. Aren't they similar? It starts with sa, it ends at sa. How many total? 8. That is exactly what Newlands did. He took a group of 8 elements and placed them in the increasing order of their atomic masses. And hence, it was called as the Newlands law of octaves. Octaves here means a group of 8 elements, just like Daubeney's triads, where triads meant 3 elements. But how did he place them? He placed them in accordance to these musical notes, where the first element would always be similar to the 8th element in that group. Just like in the musical notes, sa, which is the first note, is similar to the 8th note of the musical tone, right? And this similarity was also seen in the properties of these elements. And hence, when he made this table, he created them in such a manner that always hydrogen, which is followed by lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, ends up at fluorine. And if you carefully observe this, hydrogen and fluorine fall in the same note, that is sa. And hence he concluded that hydrogen will have similar properties to that of fluorine. Well, that is what he tried to do. He understood that the first element's property is similar to the 8th element's property when he arranged them in increasing order of their atomic masses. Yes, my dear child, we need to always remember that Newlands was the first person to understand that there is a periodicity in the elements, which was based on the characters of these elements, such as the atomic masses. When these elements were arranged, he found that not only the group of hydrogen to fluorine, but also the other group showed similar properties. And when he arranged them, he kept a note on all these elements and made a box of 7 by 8. He started this with the lightest element, which is hydrogen, and ended up with the heaviest, which was thorium. He made a total of 56 boxes in a table of 7:8. And that's wherein he understood that all of them could be fit into that table. But my dear child, Newlands law of octaves also had certain limitations. When he went on studying the properties of each and every element in further studies or in the further groups, he understood that not all could be applied into these octavial forms. Not every group could be applied. It was only applicable until calcium, not after calcium. Only the group from hydrogen to fluorine, from sodium to potassium could have the same properties, not the rest of the groups. And that's why this law was discarded. It was only applicable up till calcium. Second mistake that he did was he placed certain elements which had totally different properties under the same note in the octave. It might be because he was not very clear with their properties. He just saw that the atomic masses were somewhere or the other very similar. So that's why he placed them in a single group. But again, these atomic masses created different properties because of the other aspects of the atom. And hence, that was one of the limitations wherein he placed this cobalt and nickel along with the halogens like chlorine and bromine under the note of Do. They never shared similar properties with each other. Similarly, he placed certain atoms away from each other whereas they showed the similar properties. For example, we have iron. When you talk about the metal iron, that is Fe, ferrum, they have similarities with cobalt and nickel, which are away from them. They are not in the same note. They are away from them. And your iron, which does not share similar properties with oxygen, sulfur and selenium, they fall in the same category of the note T. Understood? So that's wherein the placing of these elements was also different. They never shared the same properties. And if you carefully observe, all of these problems started arising only after calcium. Until calcium, everything was fine. The moment calcium surpassed iron, cobalt, nickel, all of them started showing problems in their octavial rules. Newland, they placed two elements in the same boxes so that he could accommodate all the known elements in the table. And these were the limitations of Newland's law of octaves. I hope you've understood how Newland created a law with the help of periodicity, but he utilized atomic masses as their base. And he landed up with certain limitations. Let's watch the other video to understand how even these limitations were overcome by another scientist who came up with one brand new table with brand new properties, and we use them even today after certain modifications.
And yes, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon.